think of Taurans being very into. Do you call them Taurans?
I just said Taurus. I don't know.
Taurus.
Tauruses.
Are they just like goose? Or no, geese. Never mind. Okay.
Taurus.
What is it? Moose? Moose is the plural.
Yeah.
And
moose
the
is
singular.
the plural of moose. Yeah.
So maybe Taurus. Anyway, but yeah, Taurus I think of really liking high quality, well made, designer. Yeah.
Luxury. Yeah.
They're into that. Yeah. My brother is a classic Taurus. Classic. I love Taurus. Taurus is a great. I mean, I love all
it's
the
a great
signs.
sign. I mean, they're all great. You know, one of the things. Okay, we should get into the episode, but when we get there, you know what? Let's start the episode.
Let's just start it.
Welcome to Witchcast.
'Cause it's Witchcast.
I'm Emily.
I'm Kate.
And we are your co-hosts of the Witchcast podcast.
That's right. We're your learning, growing, ever-evolving novice witch is here to explore everything under the woo-woo, esoteric, mystical, magical, witchy universe.
Yes.
I did it.
That was beautiful, Kate. Thank you for that.
Where am I? I blacked out.
I'm so glad you do that, because I feel like every time I had to do that when we were going back and forth, I would get lost in the middle.
Oh, but I loved yours.
I'm lost in the sauce.
I'm all up for switching if you ever want to switch. I loved your breakdown.
Maybe next
of what
season.
Next season.
Anyway.
I'm going to put you on the spot for our live 100th episode and make you do it in front of an audience.
Oh, it'll be so embarrassing. I'm just going to list off a bunch of words. I'm like, pasta, talking about clothing and being a witch, or a Wiccan. Well, we're not Wiccan, but maybe. Welcome
Killing
to Witchcast.
Perfect. No notes.
Thank you.
But today if you couldn't tell, we're talking about astrology, but more specifically, astrological symbols.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about why is Cancer 69 in itself, and what's going on there. Why is the Scorpio an M with a little tail? I mean, I get the tail, but where'd the M come from?
I mean, I'm really happy we're doing this because the symbols are the hardest thing for me to absorb. I'm sorry. Also, I love that you thought of Cancer 69. They would be the sign to 69.
Right?
I think they're very giving in that way. Yeah.
They're very giving sign.
Yeah, very much about mutual pleasure. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I see it.
Wait, what were you going to say before we started? You were like, oh, I have a thing about...
Oh, I was just going to say, in general. So we're going to talk about, the symbols for astrology today, but also we'll give the very, very top level for each sign, sun sign, but really everybody's mishmash. Everybody's got a chart that's got a lot of stuff going on.
It's complex.
No one is, well, I mean, maybe every now and then you get someone who's just classic one thing, but really, we all contain multitudes. So
yes, we all contain multitudes. Yeah, for sure. I really want to meet, if any of you are triple something, can you please reach out to us and let me know? Because I feel like it's commonly said in media or memes on social media. I say oh, I'm a triple Pisces or I'm a triple Scorpio. And I'm like, no, you're not. I feel like it's incredibly rare. I don't even know if that's astrologically possible to have both your rising sun and moon in the same sign.
But if it is, and you are...
Please hit us up. I want to see your birth chart. I want proof though. I need to see.
Tell me how the memes relate to you. Do they?
Yeah. That would be amazing. But yeah, I have such a hard time memorizing these symbols. I think though this research has helped me understand it because the way the symbols are created actually directly correlate to what the sign is known for, or where the origins of the sign come from. So that, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I feel like I guess maybe. We don't believe in such a thing as being a bad witch or not good at being a witch here, but I do feel that sometimes I just forget stuff that I should know.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And so doing this, I had kind of a little bit forgotten that all of the star signs were star signs because they're literally constellations.
They're literally constellations. No, but me too. Same.
Anyway, so you want to dive in? I have a little paragraph about the history. Do you want me to read my thing and then you can bop in with your stuff? Or do you want to just sort of...
Yeah, I'll bop it. Yeah.
We'll just feel it out as we go.
Let's do it.
All right. So essentially, each astrological sign is, yes, a constellation, and each sign represents one of the 12 30-degree sectors that make up Earth's 360-degree orbit around the sun. So each one is like you start with Aries at 0 to 30, and then onward from there. Taurus is 30 to 60, blah, 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 blah.
Math.
So these signs date back thousands of years, taking their earliest roots from like the ancient Babylonians, which for those of us who don't have our Babylonian history memorized, Babylonia was 1894 to 539 BCE. So very, very old. So some of these, like a lot of these signs date back to like ancient Babylonian constellations. Like they were looking at the sky and being like, crab. And also just trying to like make sense of the world by staring at the sky and like organizing it into pieces.
That's all they had. There was no television. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That said, what we actually use now in modern Western astrology really goes to like ancient Greek astrology, which is a little more recent. They have like they took some stuff from Babylonia, but like it's not like, but it's just kind of neat that some of it dates back that far. Anyway,
super cool.
So the symbols that we use were first put into use in medieval times in the Byzantine Empire. And at least according to Wikipedia, symbols for the classical planets, zodiac signs, aspects, lots, and the lunar nodes appear in the medieval Byzantine codices in which many ancient horoscopes were preserved, quote unquote. Yes. And then the way
I copied that too.
Yeah. And then the way that we see them now also got like a little zhuzh during the Renaissance, which, as a reminder, was the 14th to 17th century. So the symbols we see now really date back to the Renaissance, but have deep, deep roots.
I love this because I definitely, doing this research, I was like unearthing old like public school history knowledge like, that I had long since forgotten. I had like blow dust off my like brain files. I was like, yes.
There's like a little sparky piece that hasn't been lit up since 7th grade that's like the Fertile Crescent, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, man.
The Fertile Crescent. Oh my god. Whoa, that would just like blow my mind. I haven't thought about that.
Like
in a
sucked
really
backwards in a hole through time to like sitting in
gosh.
7th grade history class and reading a textbook, and then whoosh back forward to present day.
Yeah, I know, right? Like like everything everywhere all at once moment. I think this is why we need to pay attention. If I had been told as a kid, you need to pay attention in math and history in science because it all relates to witchcraft, I probably would have been a better student.
I'm like, fine. I did that little paragraph write up only because I realized as I was writing it up that I was mixing up Babylonian and Byzantine, and I was like, oh, they're both in here. And I was like, what's the difference again? Which one's which?
Yep, I totally did the same thing. Yep, okay.
The two double B's that are just totally kind of like different. In the past. I was like, old folks. Could be anything. But yeah, no. The Byzantine Empire is like medieval times, so we're talking like 1300-ish.
Okay.
Or like a little before that.
It sounds so much older though.
Babylonian.
Yeah. That's whatever. Like Mesopotamia, right?
That's ancient Mesopotamia.
Yeah. Okay,
mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're in the same general space because Byzantine was also like, the Mediterranean kind of like Italy, Greece, whatever, Macedonia, Syria, bopping around.
Nope. Now my brain just went into sleep mode. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. Anyway, so to be clear, today we're talking about the little symbols that we use when talking about the 12 signs. We're not really diving too much into the signs themselves, but but de facto, it all kind of fits together.
Right.
So
it is.
We'll touch on some highlights.
We'll touch on it. And I want to preface too that this is, again, the West, like Emily mentioned, this is the Western or tropical astrology. There's so many, I don't know how many there is, but there's lots. Yeah. There's a different beliefs of astrology and zodiac and all of that kind of stuff. And yes, we know things have shifted in time and you're not really Capricorn, whatever. Like, let's not talk about that today. We're going to focus on just what we know.
This isn't the time for that, Jerry.
But if you want to know more in depth about astrology, we have past episodes. Specifically, I think a really great one is with Durgadas Alandariel about astrology. We've actually talked to him twice about it, right? And then we also had him back for the book.
Yeah. He's come on for 2 different astrology episodes. And I think We may have had other astrology episodes as well.
We've talked about this topic a lot. We haven't gone through like just boom, boom, boom down the list of the 12 signs of like, here's what their symbol is. Here's where the story comes from. Like,
yeah, and we just needed a little refresher.
I want a little refresher.
Needed a little refresher.
Yes, I did too. Yeah.
So that's what we're going to be talking about. So each sign is associated with a constellation, and the constellations go in order across the sky.
Right.
Which also to me is like maybe why some of them feel like a bit of a stretch when you look at them. Just a little conjecture here, but like some of them are just kind of aligned, and they're like, you see, it's a ram or whatever, and you're like, okay.
Well, it's also hard to say like what they could see back when this was first created in the sky versus what we can see now, right? As we know,
interesting
science.
Point, Kate.
I've been loving the new images from the new telescope. I'm blanking on the name of it right now. People who are listening are probably yelling it at me, but those images have been incredible. Oh, I also wanted to point out, cute little fun fact, the word zodiac comes from the Greek word that means circle of little animals. So
I love that. I love that. That is cute. I have a circle of little animals. It's all my stuffed animals. They sit in a circle and they do spells with me.
Oh my god, amazing.
I wish that was true. I actually should do that. We do have a lot of stuffed animals around the house. I bet I could make like a little coven of stuffed animals. I've got an owl and a Totoro just immediately by my head right now.
Yeah, I have actually quite a few stuffed animals for an adult as well. We could totally have a stuffy circle.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. I know that this is off topic, but Dan accidentally washed my from babyhood bear in his laundry.
No.
He's fine. Whitey Bear is fine.
Oh my god.
He's so much whiter than he's been in a really long time. I was like, oh my god. Dan was like, oh my god, when he pulled him out of his laundry and he was in there, and we were like,
that's so nerve-wracking. Wait, how did he end up in the laundry?
Okay, I think what happened is that so like a month plus ago I had COVID and I was sleeping in our second room. No comment. I was sleeping in, so my office also has like our spare bed and stuff, so I was sleeping in here, and I think that Dan stripped the bed and like put it all in his laundry and didn't realize that the bear was like inside of the sheets.
Yeah.
Like I think he just grabbed everything.
That's a totally fair. Understandable
I was like, it's so great that actually Whitey Bear is clean and soft and like whiter than ever. And also if he'd exploded in the laundry, we would have had a problem. Like,
count your
you
lucky
almost
stars,
murdered
Darren.
my oldest friend? Like...
That is a Scorpio response, if any. Everything's fine, but if it hadn't been.
Just know that this would be an issue.
Oh my god.
Don't do that
I'm
again.
really glad Whitey Bear is okay. That is very nerve-wracking. That is very nerve-wracking. But yeah, side note, the reason why our schedule is a little all over the place and like whatever, you guys don't need to know this, but we got COVID. We both got COVID, and then one of our guests got COVID, so
not
keep wearing
from
your masks.
Us, just separately digitally.
Not from us. Yeah, just
around the world.
It's still going around. It definitely still sucks. Keep wearing your mask, get boosted, do your thing, you know. Okay. Yeah. PSA over.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's already too late. I was gonna say vote.
No. Womp womp.
Okay. Well, I hope you voted.
You voted. You better have voted. You better have voted right. I mean, correctly, not right.
What? Yeah. Okay, moving on. So we split up the zodiac. We split up the 12 signs in half, in twain. And Emily has the first half. So would you like to start us off, Em?
I would be delighted. We start with Aries at 0 degrees. The year starts with Aries. It's the ram. It's a fire sign. Okay, so when you see it, it looks like a little V that curls, and that's because it's the face and horns of a ram. And did you know that basically all of the names in the zodiac are just the Latin word for the thing so Aries is just Latin for ram.
Wow. You know what? I didn't know that until today when I did the research, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But also, why Latin? Why not, if it takes back, it doesn't matter. But, like, how did we end up here? It is life, Anyway, so Aries is Latin for ram. Aries is a sign that loves to be first. Mm-hmm. And, this is exactly the right place for it in the zodiac. I have been perhaps guilty in the past of a little bit of space racism against Aries. And I would like to come out right now and say Aries can be great too.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can we go back to space racism? Because that is the title. I love that. I'm writing that down. I'm tattooing that on my face. Look, Aries is a hard sign. I will say, I mean, it's literally, what is it? Is it cardinal or fixed? It's cardinal,
God,
right?
I didn't actually look at that.
But I only know this because as a fellow fire sign, you know, we Sagittarians are talked about in relation to Aries and Leo a lot. So I know Sagittarians are mutable. I want to say Leos are fixed, and I want to say Aries is cardinal. I don't know if that's true. I might be messing that up. My dad is an Aries. My friend Christine is an Aries. I love Aries women in terms of, if we're going to be really generalizing and completely anecdotal. Aries men can be, I mean, I love my dad. We've talked about this before. But other Aries men I've met, it's a toss-up.
Yeah. I have been known to say things like every nemesis I've ever had in life was an Aries, but I don't actually know that's 100% true. I haven't checked the star signs for some of my nemesis.
I mean, I could get it though. As you being a double Scorpio, I could understand.
Yeah, I also have, but here's the thing: I have some very good friends that are Aries, and like, you know, family members and stuff who I love and don't have a problem with for the most part.
I mean, and as we all know, it's not just about the sun sign. We have
That's
many,
right.
and it's about the house. It's about the aspect. It's about all your other planets, all your other signs, all your other houses, and asteroids, Chiron, all that shit. It's very complex. So
yeah, but
You're
I
not
just
just
wanted
your
to
sun.
come out and say for the record that I believe that Aries can be nice.
Paid for by the people who support Emily Duncan.
Anyway, so Aries loves to be first. They're dynamic, they're bold, they're ambitious, and the representation of a ram is frequently identified with the Egyptian god Amon. This is from Encyclopedia Britannica, to be honest. And in Greek mythology, with the ram with the golden fleece, on the back of which Phrixus, the son of King Athamas, safely fled Thessaly to Colchis, where he sacrificed the ram to Zeus, who placed it in the heavens as the constellation. The ram's golden fleece was recovered by Jason, leader of the Argonauts. We remember the golden fleece thing a little bit, right? Right.
Yeah, that's another thing. And I was like, some of this stuff I really... you know what we should do, side note, is really... And I'm going to stop interrupting you so much so you can get through your list. But last thing is, I was right about the cardinal. I just looked it up. It is a cardinal sign. Woo-hoo. And two,
right.
we should really do episodes on gods and Greek myths and
Yeah, totally.
mythology in general throughout the different cultures of the world. I would be like, we should totally... I mean, not all one episode, obviously. We can break...
One giant episode. We bring like
15 days long.
Yeah, like 3 bottles of wine, a couple joints, and
That
like
sounds nice.
several pizzas later.
Ooh, I think we have something here. Season 7 is just that.
Just like one long rant about all the mythology of the world.
It's just a Twitch stream that never ends of just you and I slowly losing our minds.
Yeah, hit us up on Instagram or I guess by email if you think that that's a fantastic idea. Anyway, next up we've got Taurus. Taurus is the bull. Taurus is Latin for bull.
Wow.
Wow. And when you look at the little symbol, it's the face and horns of a bull, in theory. You see like it's a circle with a little V on top, but it's supposed to be face and horns of a bull. So Taurus loves softness, self-care, luxury. They're sort of like Ferdinand the bull, more than like your classic bull. They want like a nice pasture and some great grass, you know?
Yes.
And then, so the representation of a bull is related to the Greek myth of Zeus. Again, a lot of these are Zeus adjacent, I feel like.
I mean, Zeus gotta be in everything, right?
Yeah, he loves to just, stick his head where it's not wanted? I don't know. Or wanted?
Yes, where it's wanted and where it's not wanted.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why he has like a bazillion children.
Yeah, it's not just his face he's sticking. Anyway, so Zeus, actually that's exactly what this is about, is Zeus assuming the form of a bull to abduct Europa. So that's Taurus.
What a horn dog.
I'm going to go faster.
Yeah. Oh, I also wanted to make another. Okay, sorry, I lied. I'm not done interrupting you. I know that this is also a very visual topic, and we're a podcast, so we're definitely posting. Obviously, we're gonna post images of these symbols of like correlating to the signs on our Instagram, so you can like look along with us if you want. That's all I wanted to say.
Thanks, Kate. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
So then we have Gemini. So Aries is at 0. Taurus is 30 degrees. Gemini is 60 degrees. Gemini is an air sign. And it's the symbol is like 2 lines with 2 little lines. You know what I mean. Mm-hmm. It looks like a column that's got like some jaunty top and bottom, but really it's meant to be twins or symbolize like a twinship. And Gemini, not spelt the same though. Gemini with an A-E at the end is Latin for twin. And twins in Latin would be Geminos. So a little deviation from the norm there.
Good to know.
Geminis, who are they? They're spontaneous, they're busy, they're erratic, they contain multitudes. Some people say that the twin is inside of them, and then they're like a little bit of a 2 sides of the one coin situation. I don't know. I don't really know any Geminis, but they seem cool.
So see, this is where I, Kate Lee Moran, would like to go on record as saying I have historically, throughout this podcast and in my life, had many have voiced my displeasure with the sign Gemini. To be fair, it is the sign of my mom. And it's my direct opposite of Sagittarius. But Geminis can also be love, and it's an X. Whatever. I have a lot of Geminis in my life. They can be really awesome, lovely people. They get a bad rap in the zodiac, but they don't necessarily always deserve it.
This message brought to you by somewhere inside Kate Moran's head.
We love you, Geminis. Don't be mad at us.
Yeah. Or if you are, let the other side of you not be mad at us.
There you go.
Gemini is represented by a set of twins. In Egyptian astrology, it's a pair of goats, and in Arabian astrology, by a pair of peacocks. Again, my source is Encyclopedia Britannica, so what can you do? If it's wrong, go to them. But neat. They seem legit, right? Usually they know their shit. So Arabian astrology by a pair of peacocks.
I love that.
And in addition to their identification as Castor and Pollux, which is like, the twins that people talk about when they talk about Gemini usually. But they've also been related to other celebrated pairs, such as the younger and older Horus and Romulus and Remus, the brothers who founded Rome, in theory.
Interesting.
Something kind of fun for you. Anyway, Cancer. Is it a 69? No. Wink.
No wink.
Cancer is a water sign. They're like an uber water sign, I feel like. Cancer, so it's the crab. Cancer is Latin for crab, which raises some questions for me about etymology as to how we got cancer of the body. Is it crabs? Tiny?
That is an interesting question.
Tiny, evil cell crabs? Anyway, crab.
No idea.
Okay, so it looks like 69, but it's actually meant to be, allegedly, 2 arms or pincers of like a crab or a lobster, because mythology-wise, it could also be a lobster. So if you yourself are a Cancer and have always felt like you didn't identify with crab, have you considered the lobster?
Have you considered the lobster?
All right, so Cancer, what's their top line deal? They might be psychic. They have a hard outer shell, but delicious soft insides. If you can get them to trust you, it's very difficult, to my understanding. But again, top line. Not all Cancers. Anyway, so the representation as a crab or lobster or crayfish, depending on your translation and some other stuff, is related to the crab in Greek mythology that pinched Heracles or Hercules while he was fighting the Lernaean Hydra. And then the crab was crushed by Heracles, and then rewarded by Heracles' enemy, Hera, by being placed in the heavens. So Hera was like, this crab who was crushed under the foot of Hercules or Heracles, are they the same?
It's me.
Goes back and forth in the thing I was reading, but I don't know if that's accurate. Anyway, we're just going to go with they are, and then wait to stand corrected.
Yeah, let us know if we're wrong.
All right, so crab crushed under the foot of Hercules, and then Hera was like, I liked that crab. He got shit done. And then so she placed the remains in the sky. So, whether it's the
wow.
crab doing
Claws.
It's a crab with the pincers up, or it's just the two pincers like it's just a little garbage of crab in the sky. That's the
very fitting story for Cancer.
Yeah.
I also like to think of Cancers as very caring, very like maternal. They sometimes they can overextend themselves sometimes, I think, to carry. And this is general, right? Generalizations.
Yeah.
And they're also known for being homebodies, I think, too.
Yeah. Well, they were burned once by snapping at a demigod, and now they would rather watch Netflix. I understand that.
Yeah.
All right. Then next up in the zodiac, we have Leo, or Leo, if you will. In Latin, maybe. Who's to say? It's a fire sign. The symbol, which is like, it kind of looks like a really wiggly sperm, kind of. It's like a circle with like a long tail and then a squiggly
yes.
bit.
It looks like a girl with a ponytail to me.
Yes, I absolutely see that. That's actually probably better. It's like a girl with like a very springy ponytail.
It's Ariana Grande.
It's like, yeah, it is. It's Ariana Grande. But it's supposed to be a lion's head and tail, I guess. I don't know. Kind of tough to see it to me, honestly. But sure, fine.
Art is in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly. Leo is just Latin for lion, again, just as a reminder. And then top line description, they're theatrical, they're fiery, they like to be in the spotlight, and they're loyal. And then the representation as a lion is usually linked with the Nemean lion slain by Hercules.
Yes, that's Hercules, right? He had that famous battle with that lion, right? Yeah.
Yeah, famous lion battle. That's the constellation. I guess that probably, I actually don't know. I should have looked this up, because I don't know whether they had the myths and then pointed at the sky and were like, that's gonna be the lion, or if they were like, a lion in the sky. I know a myth about that. I don't know
what was the writer's process here.
Yeah, chicken or the egg scenario with these myths
very
and
interesting.
constellations.
I don't know the answer to that. We should look that up. That's
especially since some of them predate like ancient Greece and Rome.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, all myths have to come from some, like, things trickle down. As we know, things ripple out. There's so many cultures that have so many influences on each other, and then also just at the weird time, like, of like collective consciousness also come up with the same ideas. So maybe there was like some sort of story that was similar, or aspects of it that came from Babylonian times, not Byzantine, that then trickled down eventually to Greece. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's my theory.
I think it's a great theory.
Thanks
you for that theory. All right, and then lastly of my 6, we've got Virgo, the earth sign. And Virgo is one of the few non-animal ones. It's the maiden.
Yes.
It's a lady.
Which is why I get the symbol for Leo confused with Virgo a lot, because I think of it as a girl with a ponytail.
Yeah,
so maybe
Leo looks like a lady. Leo looks like a lady. Okay, but here, I actually, in looking this up, so it's maiden. People say that the symbol was derived from the Greek letters that would be an abbreviation of Parthenos, which is virgin. But that is not the only theory about where that symbol derived from. Some say that it's an M for maiden, and then it looks like it has its little legs crossed.
No. Come on.
The virgin. No, look at it. Go look at it right now.
I'm looking. Okay. Okay, I see it.
So, the loop is said to represent 3 different paths, all of which end up circling back to the beginning. This can be interpreted as never-ending life and rebirth, or simply the natural cycle of life. Some people believe that the loop is symbolic of karma because of the way the 3 paths come back to the center. This represents the saying, what goes around comes back around. Okay, that part I don't know if I stand by, but whatever, I'm reading from a thing. Other people have interpreted it to be like the M for maiden, which is, Virgo is... Okay, so in Latin, Virgo is specifically not just any virgin, but a girl. Like a girl virgin. Also, ew, dude.
Yeah, well, we know how historically and to this day female virginity is valued and seen.
It's like a whole thing out there.
It's a whole thing.
Anyway, so yeah, and it's also been suggested, according to one website that I read, which I actually did not write down the name of and may or may not be valid, that the loop is symbolic of a lady's legs being crossed. So I was not the only person to think that.
Sure. I mean, whatever, I guess, helps you memorize it.
Yeah, anyway, so even if it absolutely has nothing to do with that, if you look at it and you're like, which is that again? And you see the little legs crossed, you can be like, Virgo.
Virgo.
She's not putting out. Anyway, so Virgos, who are they? They're logical, they're organized, they're practical, they're an agricultural goddess, maybe. Britannica locked me out at this point, so I had to trust space.com instead. According to space.com, Virgo is typically linked to Dike, the Greek goddess of justice. Dike? I'm going to go with Dike. And Persephone, the daughter of Demeter, the harvest goddess. According to Greek mythology, the earth... Oh no, I didn't actually copy the whole thing.
Your notes just end there.
Hanged.
Well, I know Persephone from Hades Town. That also.
Oh, I still haven't seen that. Was that good?
Yes, I liked it. It's a good time.
Nice. Maybe I'll go.
The music's really, really good.
Okay, well that's something. Okay, all right, here we go. According to Greek mythology, the earth experienced eternal spring until the god of the underworld abducted the spring maiden Persephone.
Yes, that was explored in Hades Town.
Aha. Well, that's also somehow related to Virgo because she's the maiden in the sky.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And that's the first 6 astrologer signs.
That's the first 6. All right.
Astrological. I said astral, I think, but astrological.
Astral. Yeah, okay, so I get the second half of the zodiac. I feel like also you gave me the easier job because it's the second half I think that you and I are more familiar with just being from where our signs are.
Yeah, I wanted to do the first half because I was like, I don't know anything about these people except Leo because Dan's a Leo. But
right. Dan is like, I think, the brightest side Leo ever. Like, just a wonderful example of how good Leos can be.
Yeah. Well, I think he's
very charming, personable.
Is this true? I think he's almost on the cusp with Virgo, which I think he gets some of the Virgoosity in there where he's also like a very
I wonder what his moon might be Virgo. Like, I wonder what his other signs would be. We'd have to do his birth chart.
Yes.
Yeah. And Matt Virgo is, I think very surprisingly a sign that I'm very drawn towards. I have several very close friends who are Virgos. My husband, Matt's a Virgo. And you wouldn't think a Sagittarius and a Virgo would get along, but I love them. I love their neurotic
Virgos are
little
hard
brains.
to not love. Yeah.
They're such perfectionists.
Yeah.
Bless their hearts. Yeah. No, I love Virgos. I have a Capricorn moon. We're going to talk about that. Okay, so moving on to Libra. Libra is the scales. It is the 7th astrological sign in the zodiac. It spans 180 to 210 degrees celestial longitude. It's really funny that you said it really literally goes by 30 degrees because since I started in the second half, I didn't pick up on that.
Oh, yeah.
Dates on average September 22nd to October 23rd. This symbol is the symbol is the scales, right? And this is the only sign that does not have a living being symbol. It's literally an object, which I think is cool. It is based on the scales of justice held by Themis, the Greek personification of divine law and custom, who became inspiration for modern depictions of what in the West of Lady Justice as we know it in America and the Western world. Ruling planet is Venus. Like I said, only sign represented by an object. It's cardinal modality of 3 air signs. We don't need to get too deep into this. Okay, so connotations are sociable, rational, detached when dealing with situations. It's also associated with the Roman deity Lustitia. According to the writer Manilius, Roman judges are born under the sign of Libra. The moon is said to be in Libra when Rome was founded, and this is based on the historical passage which state, "Qua condita Roma," everything was balanced under this righteous sign. And Manilius also once said that Libra is a sign in which seasons are balanced. So, which I thought this was cool. I didn't realize this. It's that time of year when both the hours of the day and the hours of the night are equal. And as we know, it's right around the time of, like, I don't know if that's actually true now, but like it is right around the time of the fall equinox. So anyway, that's the balanced. That's why we think of Libra as that balanced sign. So no sign understands the importance of balance, light against dark, right versus wrong, quite like a Libra. And it kicks off the autumn equinox. I already said that. And the zodiac symbol is, going through my notes, 2 parallel lines. And the top line, it houses a large curve. So kind of representing the sun setting over the earth and the duality of night and day. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Nice. As well as obviously the scales.
Yeah, right. And the scales as well. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, is that what a scale looks like? I don't know.
I mean, it could. It could.
In my head, it was always just like the top part, and then you don't see the swingy bit. Is that weird?
Yeah, I always thought it was weird that we don't see the swingy bit, but
they're also
once
boiled
I read
down.
about the sun setting, I thought that was neat.
Yeah. Actually, sorry to interrupt. There was like a bunch of really, you can even just find this on Wikipedia, but it was really interesting to see. They had like examples of like 15th century and 18th century documents that use these signs, and it is kind of neat to just see them in use in like old historical documents and stuff. I mean, not like historical, like, oh, and then we went to the forge, but like, just like, it's just, you know, somebody doing astrology bit in the 15th century, whatever. It's fun.
Yeah, it is really cool. I mean, this stuff has been around forever, which I think we don't often think about. I think the common like modern, you know, view of astrology is like girly magazines and like, you know.
I think people really associate it with like the new wave, new age, like hippie stuff of like the 60s and 70s, but it's like it's been around a long time, just in different forms, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I wanted to say how the scales got into the sky. So Themis, that Greek goddess of justice I mentioned, her daughter Astraea, again, we're mispronouncing everything, carried
just
the
walking
scales,
through like a butcher,
just macheteing through these Greek words, carried the scales to the heavens so that they could have a place amongst the stars, her mom's scales. So that was nice.
Rad.
All right, let's move on to Scorpio. I thought this was funny. In my brief research, I had the least amount of info on Scorpio, which is so Scorpio to me, to be like, you don't need to know about me.
There's nothing you need to know here. Keep moving.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the 8th astrological sign, originating from the constellation Scorpius, meaning scorpion, which is its symbol. Spans 210 to 240 degrees ecliptic longitude under the tropical zodiac, right? We talked about this. This is where we are. Mm-hmm. So when looking toward the heavens and examining the mythology of Scorpio, quite a tale unfolds, says my copy and paste.
I love that.
So in Greek mythology, we know Orion. He's a great hunter. We know Orion's belt, right? Today, Orion is commonly known as a constellation, very athletic and charming with an ego to match. One day, he decided that he's so good at hunting that he's going to kill every creature on Earth. Name that sign. Okay, so such bold claims really kind of pissed off Apollo, the sun god, and Gaia, the goddess of the earth, understandably. The two of them were like, yeah, we're going to hatch a plan against this Orion douchebag. They created a giant scorpion meant to hunt the hunter. And Orion lost. And so Zeus, I guess, maybe felt bad. I don't know. He gave them both a place in the sky on opposite ends so they can no longer duel. Scorpios represent death, transformation, which is like a perfect origin story for this scorpion. Yeah. And it looks like an M with a little arrow coming out of its side. In my mind, I like to think of it like a little devil's tail.
Yeah, it's a little scorpion tail.
But I think it's supposed to be the shape of the scorpion and its stinger. Mm-hmm. That's where you get the symbol's inspiration.
Yeah, it is interesting that it is also an M though, like Virgo, because it's like I don't know.Maybe just like somewhere in the Renaissance they're like, let's just streamline these into M's. Like it could be any reason that happened, you know?
Yeah, I wonder if it was inspired by Greek letters, and that's why and then maybe there's just some sort of like same sound that, you know, I don't know. I'm just purely positing from
I don't know.
But it is, I don't know why. I love it though. I love the little tail, the little arrow tail. So cute.
Yeah, you can think of it as the M in Virgo being for maiden, and the M in Scorpio for being Scorpio.
We're not biased at all.
Scorpio.
Scorpio. All right, moving on. Sagittarius. So this is the 9th. The symbol is the archer. It's the 9th astrological sign. It's correlated to the constellation Sagittarius. Spans 240 to 270 degrees in the zodiac. And it is associated with the centaur Chiron, who mentored Achilles, the Greek hero of the Trojan War, in archery. So I think, like, I don't know, maybe this is my own weird dumb brain, but like in my mind, I thought when I was younger, at least, like I always used to think that Orion was actually related to Sagittarius. It's not. It's Chiron. It's a totally different different astrological sign, which I will different my brain just went on sleep mode again. It's a different constellation. That's the word I'm looking for. Constellation. Okay, so it's, as we know, it's a half human, a half horse. It's a centaur. And this learned healer had higher intelligence and formed a bridge between heaven and earth. It's represented by the bow and arrow. Sagittarius natives are optimistic, outgoing, generous, and philosophical in nature. The origin story, again, is centered on this centaur, Chiron. Many centaurs were known to be beasts, but Chiron had a more cultured disposition. That sounds coded. He had knowledge of healing, hunting, and the arts. He was respected by the gods, especially his ability to cure ailments. One day, Chiron accidentally got shot by a poisoned arrow by his friend Hercules.
No, Hercules is all over this place.
Damn, of course he did. It sounds like, what a Dick Cheney thing to do. Okay, so the pain was excruciating for Chiron. However, he was immortal and could not die. Ironically, talented as he was at healing, he could not save himself from the suffering he endured. In an act of kindness, he decided to take the place of Prometheus, who was enduring daily torture as a form of punishment. Damn, that's so altruistic. To reward Chiron for this altruism, Jupiter gave him a place amongst the stars, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Yeah, so damn, that's pretty dope, but that's a pretty big thing to step up to.
Yeah. Yeah, Prometheus pretty like famously bad situation.
Yeah.
We're still talking about it now, you know.
It's the talk of many centuries.
Yeah.
So while Sagittarius is depicted as an archer, then he's classified as human, but when he's represented as a centaur, he is non-human. You might see Sagittarian like imagery as both, like just an archer or also a centaur. I love it as a centaur personally.
Yeah, hell yeah. Who wouldn't want to be half horse?
Right? Come on. As an archer, Sagittarius is said to never fail in hitting the mark, and this depiction alludes to the power of prophecy, hence the claim that seers and prophets are born into this sign. And the symbol
hey, Kate.
is an arrow. Yeah. This is why I love being a Sagittarius, though. I think, like, I love being a Scorpio, but I also really love being a Sagittarius.
Yeah.
So the symbol is a little arrow, and it's pointing outward, which I also read somewhere else that, like, that can also be inferred to mean, like, to, what is it? Symbolize the exploratory nature of Sagittarians. They're also known to love travel and learning and like absorbing information and like sampling different cultures and cuisines, and like, they're very into like travel and they're very outward in that sense. So the arrow is pointing to the upper right.
Interesting. Love that visual.
Yeah. Capricorn. Okay, so this is the 10th astrological sign. It is from the constellation Capricornus. Nope, not Copernicus. That's a different dude. Capricornus. The goat, but more specifically, the sea goat, which I did not know this until I did this research. And Capricorn is my moon, so that's on me. 270 to 300 degrees. It's an earth sign. It is ruled by the planet Saturn. There appears to be a connection between the traditional characterizations of Capricorn as a sea goat and the Sumerian god of wisdom and waters.
Whoa.
Who also had a head and upper body of a goat and the lower body and tail of a fish.
What?
Yeah. Later known as Ea, again, not Ea, I don't know how to pronounce that, in Akkadian and Babylonian mythology. Enki was the god of intelligence, creation, crafts, magic, water, seawater, and lake water. So, but regardless of the water connotations, our Capricorns are earth signs. They're grounded, ambitious, loyal, and strong. The origin story behind this sturdy sign has there's a lot of different tales that you could pull from. One of them is about the saga of the god Pan, who I know from Midsummer. So Pan is half man, half goat, and ruled over the forest in Greek mythology. One day, a giant beast, Typhon, appeared and wreaked havoc on the land. He's going to come back up later, by the way. In order to escape, Pan jumped into a river, and the bottom half of his body was transformed into a fish's tail. He successfully escaped, but once he saw that Typhon was making his way towards Zeus, he jumped into action to save him. And as a reward, Zeus promised to put his image in the stars so he could be remembered forever. So the symbol is a goat's head.
Man, can you imagine you jump into the river one time, get your legs turned into a fish, and they're like, don't worry, we're going to preserve this moment forever.
That's like, yeah, it's like, what it pays in, what is it called? Exposure.
Yeah, right, yeah.
This is going to be great for your name. We're just going to put you in the stars. Thanks so much. So the symbol is kind of a little all over the place for Capricorn. Like, there's a few different versions of it that you'll see online, but I think the things that are consistent is that you could argue the front half is supposed to be like the head and body of a goat, and then there's a little like swiggly tail that you could at the end to signify the tail of the fish. So sometimes it looks like an N with a little swiggly. Sometimes it's like a V with a swiggly, or like a Z with a swiggly. But either way, it's like sharp, hard, and then fishy tail.
Wow.
Capricorn.
Here's something neat I learned.
Oh, yes.
There's a varietal of olive that's like an old school olive that they brought across the Mediterranean, like, you know, in like 500 plus years ago, called... It's something like, I'm going to butcher it, but basically it translates to, like, goat's horn, and it's because the inside the olive, the pit, is, like, curved.
Oh, interesting. Sounds delicious.
Yeah, yeah. They use it to make a lot of olive oil and stuff like that. Anyway, just kind of a neat fact. Anyway, continue onward.
That
Popular olive varietal. Who knew?
I love olives. I will eat olives all day, every day. Yeah, I also, my Capricorn moon is, I feel like, the main reason I am not dead. Yeah. Like, it keeps me very grounded. So thank you, Capricorn moon.
Thank you, Capricorn moon.
Moving on to Aquarius. Wait, what's your moon, Emily?
Leo.
Yes, nice. But that's where you
that's
get
why
your
I'm
star
so noisy.
That's your star power, baby. That's your star power right there.
Yeah, thank you, Leo moon. You know, wish one of you was anything else so I could thank them for keeping me alive. But
I don't know, baby. Your triad is like perfect for
stubbornness.
Yeah. You're an entertainer, though, baby.
I'm waving my hands.
She's doing jazz hands, everyone. Okay. Aquarius. This is the fun one because it's so confusing because it's the water bearer, but it's an air sign. So Aquarius is not a water sign. Most people who know astrology are like, duh. But I always think I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. 11th astrological. We're second to last. 11th astrological sign in the zodiac.
What's happening?
Originating from the constellation Aquarius. It's between January 20th and about February 18th. Okay, so it's known as the water bearer. It's represented by the constellation Aquarius. I already said this, but who is that? That's Ganymede. Who was a beautiful, how do I pronounce this? A beautiful Phrygian youth. He was the son of Tros, the king of Troy. Yes. And according to Lucian, he was also the son of Dardanus, but whatever. It doesn't matter now. Okay. He's a hot prince. That's all you need to know. Ganymede was a hot prince. Greek legend has it that Zeus had come down to Earth one day disguised as an eagle, as you do, and he found this prince Ganymede who was breathtakingly hot. And he was just taken by this beauty of a royal young man. We love to see a bi king. Zeus made this decision to bring him up to Mount Olympus. And on Mount Olympus, Ganymede received the job of cupbearer for the gods.
Ooh,
so boy. He's like, come up, be my cup boy. And as a reward for his service, again, title and exposure, Zeus granted him everlasting life and eternal youth, but also a place among the stars, which gave birth to the Aquarius constellation.
Wow, and he was allowed to put it on his resume for at least 10 years.
Exactly. Ovid had Orpheus sing this tale. Again, shout out to Hadestown. I know who Orpheus is now. Okay. So the zodiac symbols do vary for Aquarius, but typically it appears as two waves of water.
Which is why it's so confusing. You'd think it's got the name Aquarius. It's got the waves.
I know, but it's an air sign. No. It's an air sign. And did Kate look into that any further? No, she did not.
That's enough. That's enough facts for this episode.
It looks like when, it's like Cancer did 69 and then they got tired afterwards and now they're just laying next to each other.
Now they're just laying next to each other.
Waves of water.
You want to order Chinese later?
That sounds like a great date.
Honestly. Pretty good evening.
That is a Saturday night. Okay. And last but certainly not least, and for some reason I have the most on this, we have Pisces, which is the two fish. So this is the 12th and final astrological sign in the zodiac, and spans 330 to 360 for you math nerds degrees in the celestial longitude.
For anyone keeping track, it's
anyone who's like plodding along with their little, what did you call those things that like?
Oh yeah, what compass. Is that?
Compass.
Is that a compass?
I think so. We're making symbol with two of our fingers.
It's like when you have the thing. It's like to make a circle. Yeah, you're right. That is a compass.
It is a compass. Math. Okay, so it's around February 19th to March 20th. In classical interpretations, the symbol of the fish is derived from the ichthyocentaurs, who aided Aphrodite when she was born from the sea.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, because that famous painting with her with the shell and the hair.
Is that her? No, that's Venus.
Oh, is it? Never mind then.
The girl
then I do not know anything.
In the scallop shell, I'm pretty sure that's Venus.
Aren't Venus and Aphrodite the same person but in different places?
They? You know what would be so funny? Yep, actually, I was like, I think this is later on in my research. You are correct. It is the same person. Oh my god. Okay, yes. So, as an aside note, right now some tropical astrologers will say that we are currently in the astrological age of the age of Pisces. But some people think we're already in the age of Aquarius. Discuss amongst yourselves. Okay, so Ptolemy described Alpha Pisceum as the point in which the cords joining the two fish are knotted together. The astrological symbol shows two fish captured by a string, typically by the mouth or tails. The fish are usually portrayed swimming in opposite directions, and that represents the duality within the Piscean nature. And this sign is ruled by Neptune. They're adaptable, sensitive, and one of the most compassionate members of the zodiac. I also like to think of Pisceans, as very creative too. A lot of the Pisces friends I have are very, very creative.
Yeah, they're rad. Yeah. I like a Pisces. I like everybody. I mean,
don't expect them to show up on time, but they're lovely.
But they might knit you something by hand, which is cool.
Yeah, very thoughtful, very creative, just lovely folks.
Like the kind of people that give you a little bag and they're like, I mixed this tea myself for you, and you're like,
oh my god,
oh boy,
classic Pisces.
Wow.
Good people to have around. Okay, so it is literally translates to fishes. It's one of the earliest zodiac signs on record, which I thought was cool. With the two fish sign appears as far back as 2300 BCE on an Egyptian coffin lid.
Hot dang.
We had fish a long time. So
fish, they've been around.
So I'm going to quickly go over 3 myths because why not? It's fun. Okay, so according to one Greek myth, Pisces represents the fish, but sometimes it's represented by a shark. But this is these fish are into which Aphrodite, also considered Venus, and her son Eros, also considered Cupid, transformed into to escape the monster Typhon. Told you he's going to come back.
Hey, there he is.
If he's pronounced Typhoon, I'm so sorry, but it only has one O, so I'm going to say Typhon.
I like Typhon. Go for it.
Okay, so Typhon, who's the, quote, father of all monsters, was sent by Gaia to attack the gods, which led Pan to warn the others. We all heard about Pan's thing. Okay. So that's where the fish come from. It's, Eros and Aphrodite transform themselves into fish to also escape Typhon. Oh. However, there's another variation of this myth where just as the monster Typhon approached, Eros and Aphrodite were about to be killed, whatever, and then these two koi fish appeared and rescued the pair by allowing them to jump on their backs.
Rad.
And carried Aphrodite and Eros to safety. And as a sign of her gratitude, Aphrodite gave them a place amongst the stars and exposure.
And a book deal.
This is in Menelaus's 5-volume poetic works, Astronomica. Venus owed her safety to their shape.
Interesting.
End quote. Okay. Third myth is that an egg fell into the Euphrates River. It was then rolled onto shore by fish. Doves sat on the egg until it hatched, out from which came Aphrodite, as a sign of gratitude towards the fish.
That's a lady hatching out of that bird egg.
It takes a village. It takes a village.
It takes a village.
It takes a village to hatch a lady. As a sign of gratitude towards the fish, Aphrodite put the fish into the night sky. Because of these myths, the Pisces constellation was also known as Venus et Cupido, Venus Syria cum Cupidine, Venus cum Adone, Dione, Veneris Mater. We don't know. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay. And what else did I want to say about this? Oh, this was an interesting tidbit. This is why I copy and pasted this part. The Greek myth of the origin of the sign of Pisces has been cited by English astrologer Richard James Morrison as an example of the fables that arose from the original astrological doctrine, and that the original tent of it was afterwards corrupted by both poets and priests. So he was just basically it's just a side note of like this one guy was like, yeah, fuck all these people who keep messing with astrology. It's changed a lot over the years.
Stop changing my astrology.
Yeah. So anyway, it's two curved lines with a straight line running across the middle of them, and it's supposed to represent the two fish and their connection.
Oh, interesting. Neato. I'm gonna look up the Pisces symbol because that's not what I thought in my head.
Yeah, it is. It does not look like fish to me. It looks more like two crescent moons back to back, and then a line.
There they are. Yeah. Cool.
But they're supposed to be
think about that as koi fish.
Yeah.
You know, I think that it takes a village to hatch a lady, and then a little drawing of some fish, doves, and a lady would be a really good tote bag. Just a thought.
Yes. I mean, you could even do like a cartoon version of that Venus famous painting. With like the dove.
Yeah, with Mama and Papa Dove and like two fish peeking out. Like, we did it.
We did it.
Look at our beautiful daughter.
Merch store, merch alert.
Someday. Yeah. Someday. Let us know on Instagram or by email if you would buy an It Takes a Village to Hatch a Lady tote.
Yeah, I mean, I think we would do it. We just need to know, is the market there?
Is the market there for It Takes a Village to Hatch a Lady?
I was telling Emily I've been watching a lot of Shark Tank recently, so I'm all about that, what is the valuation? I learned what a valuation of the company means.
I love the idea of you getting really into Shark Tank. I'm just having heard about it for the first time tonight, it gives me joy to picture you sitting there like on the edge of your seat like, sharks?
Okay, but here's the thing, and this is a request out to our listeners because somebody who's talented in cartooning and animation needs to do this. If not, I will find someone, I guess, and do it myself. But maybe it's a lot of money for a dumb bit. But in my mind, I love to watch Shark Tank and picture it as cartoon sharks. Like each of them are actually cartoon sharks, and then each of the presenters that come up, each of the like business owners who come up to pitch their businesses are like little fish who are like super scared and intimidated. It's very like Finding Nemo-esque. Like I picture Mr. Wonderful as like this giant great white shark who's just a total dick, and like Lori and who is it? I think Damon John is like a hammerhead shark. Like I totally have like this cartoon version of Shark Tank in my head where they're actually sharks, and it makes it so much more enjoyable.
I love that.
Highly recommend.
And then when they're like, sharks, I have a presentation for you. You're like, yes.
And it's a little guppy like swimming. It's like shaking, and the sharks are just like smelling blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
Sniff blood in the water. That's capitalism, baby. Well, Kate. There we have it. Those are all 12 of the astrological signs.
I hope you learned something today. I know I did.
Something in there somewhere has got to have been new information. And if it wasn't, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, but we do enjoy being talked to. If you know more, comments, reach out, send us a smoke signal or a messenger bird, DM.
Yeah.
tell us about your little known facts about the astrology zodiac symbols. I'm sorry. I'd lost it.
Yeah, we'll take whatever you got.
The steam is gone.
Guys, thanks so much for being here. It's always a pleasure. We're coming back with this new season. We're figuring it out as we go. Oh, right. I forgot we have to do a reading. Well, all those points stand, but I'll say it again later. Kate, you want to draw a card?
I just held up my tarot deck to camera for Emily to see. Wait, I have to ask, though, which deck do we want to do? Because I did just do one on our Instagram with the goddess deck. Maybe I should, or should I stick with goddesses? Since
I don't know. It's in your hand, and I haven't seen it in a while in person, in action. So
let's do it. Let's do goddesses.
Let's do it.
All right. I pulled, the 6 of Wands.
Oh, hello. What a card. Look at that.
Yes.
She is powerful.
I pulled it upright too. So this is, I didn't preface. This is my Universal Goddess deck. It's by Maria Caretti, artwork by Antonella Platino. Sorry for mispronouncing those. And I pulled the 6 of Wands. And these cards are amazing. You guys, if you've listened to past episodes, it's my go-to tried and true mother
I love
deck.
them. I have a very positive feeling towards that deck.
It's a great deck. It's always been very, tough love but kind to me. I use it a lot for like ancestor and guide work. Okay, because it's all goddesses.
That kind of feeling, 6 of Wands, we're talking about success, public recognition, progress, and self-confidence. So
yes.
maybe the goddess deck is telling us we're doing a great job. Or maybe it's a message for you, listener, that you're doing a great job.
You're doing so good. We are so proud of you.
We're so proud of you.
According to the little booklet, it says, "Glorify my name. Call on me in battle. I will fight at your side with valor and courage. I am Andraste, the invincible, the Celtic goddess of battles."
Hey.
And it's like this badass goddess in a fire, and all these people are cheering around the fire for her. I'll post a photo of it.
Oh, well, tomorrow's the midterm elections, so we could really use a little Andraste right now.
Sound the alarm.
I mean, obviously we're recording this ahead of when it actually goes live on Thursday. So, wee-hoo, Andraste, please.
Wee-hoo. It's so funny when we time travel via this podcast. We have no idea what it's going to be like in 4 days. Yeah, 6 of Wands. Okay, so we'll post a photo of this in our Instagram. I'm also going to post a photo of all of the symbols and, just as like a nice little visual cheat sheet so you guys can see what we're talking about as we describe these very poorly. You can follow us and see all this on our Instagram at Witchcast Podcast. And like we said, DM us, email us, witchcastpodcast@gmail.com. Hit us up. We have a website, witchcastpodcast.com.
However you want to find us, come get us. And, while you're out there on the internet, why not leave us a little 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your fine podcasts like this one.
Yeah, it really helps people find us and boosts our visibility, which just helps more people understand how great we are.
And, by extension, you, for knowing about how cool we are.
Yeah.
It makes you obviously also cool. So,
yeah.
Feel free to share that with the world.
Exactly. Help us help you. We'll put you up in the stars.
We'll put you up in the stars. Name, title, baby. No payment, but...
yeah, but exposure and...
for...
And credit.
Thousands of years, possibly. Possibly.
Who's to say?
Anything can happen. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. Oh yeah, and until next time, as Kate has so helpfully shared.
Hex yeah!
'Cause it's Witchcast.
It's like those phone calls where you can't stop saying goodbye.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll see you later.
Yeah, so anyway.
Oh, one more thing. All right, I'm gonna stop.
We should go. All right, I'm stopping.